I don't know if you've been watching the news, but boy, utility bills are a big problem in our country, with gas prices and everything going up and incomes going down, right? Now, here's just the news today I looked at. And utility bills are soaring in Philadelphia region, and so is customer outrage. Outrage are soaring along with the bills, okay? Uh, Hoosers, that's Indiana, dealing with high winter heating bills. New York officials add pressure on Con Ed over surging utility bills. Long changes coming to utility bills. P&G seeks higher electric bills to put lines underground. Over 790,000 Massachusetts families are still behind in their utility bills. Wow. Well, let me show you how to get the government to pay your utility bill. Now, that's what there are so many programs from government, nonprofit organizations, and people go to one program and they say, oh, that's out of money. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You got to keep looking. You got to be a government grant gopher. That's what it's all about. If you're not digging, then you're going to be digging out of a financial hole. So you got to get digging into finding these sources and grants. Now, here's where to go. Okay. First of all, you go to your utility company. And if you don't know if their number's not on the bill, you call 211 or 311. Some cities is 311, and you ask them, "Hey, do you know places I could get my utility bills paid? Your utility bills to me paid?" And they'll know some sources, not all of them, of course. Nobody will know them all, and that's why you have to keep digging. You have to be that gopher, and you also ask them about the payment option, so you have that in your back of your mind after you finish the research. Okay, so you got that done. Okay, next thing, the new Biden grant programs, one's for mortgage and another one for pay rent. Pay rent and pay mortgage. Okay, one is called the Homeownership Fund and the other one is called Rental Emergency Fund. And what you want to do is apply to them because they both have utilities. They both include utility bills. Okay, now here's the nonprofit organization that has a complete list because that's a federal program, but the money's given out locally, so you have to know where the local money is. And if you go to ncsha.org, ncsha.org, and they'll have one for the Homeowner Assistance Fund and another listing for the Emergency Housing Assistance, okay? And you find your local office and you call them, beat on them, and say, hey, I need my money. I got to do this, and find out what their requirements are locally because every office is different. Somebody says, oh, you can't get it. Well, that may be for them where they are, but it's different everywhere. You can't believe anything because it's too complex to be right 100% of the time. Just because it's one program has 15 different requirements or 1,500 different requirements, and they come and go. They change every day. Okay, the other one is now low income energy assistance and repairs. Okay, LIHEAP.org. LIHEAP.org. Okay, and there's a complete listing of all the local offices for that, and you apply for that. That helps with utility bills, and they doubled the money in that this year. So there's double the money. So you want to get there. Yeah, Biden, pumping dough in there because he saw this coming. I don't know if he saw it coming, whatever. The other one, national program, is a weatherization assistance grants and repairs. Now, this is really repairing. It won't go to maybe some of them have money to pay the bills, but most of them will give you free home repairs so that next year's bills are not as bad. Now that's pretty cool. Because to weatherize your home, weatherize it, put new windows in, doors, insulation, all that kind of stuff. And they do it for free. So find out about that. And that's a weatherization assistance grants. Okay, weatherization assistance. That's the key word you're looking for. Every state has that program. Actually, every county does. Okay, then here's the big pot of gold. Okay, it's that the local nonprofits. There's probably where you live. There's a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen, 4 dozen nonprofit organizations that have money to help you pay different kinds of utility bills. Okay, and it just there's a lot of helpful people out there, but they don't advertise, so you'll never find them in Google. But you'll find them here, or at least start to find them here by going to 211.org and find help. Now you put in the word utility and you look for organizations that are helping with utility bills. Now, even if one is not, doesn't sound like for you, you call them everyone. You call both of those lists that you get out of each of those websites and call every one of them. That's where you know that you've touched every bloody business base, not business. You touched every base that there is, because they're the people who will know other programs. If they can't help you, they're more likely to know, oh yeah, they just started one of those over there. Yeah, it's called the, just for you utility program or whatever it is. That's the only way you're going to find the good stuff. If you're not doing that kind of work, if you're not being a gopher, man, you're going to be left behind and sit there with empty hands. Okay, so you won't want to do that. So do the work, roll up your sleeves, get the phone out. That's the way you do it. Okay, now you'll go out and see one of the websites. That doesn't look like for me. That doesn't matter. They're in the utility business. You call them and find out. Okay, now here's some other help too. Is for seniors, there's something called the Eldercare Locator. and they're just for seniors, and you get personal help to try to find that program for you. If they know of others, and they will, because it's a complicated society out there. No one person knows everything. And the same for veterans. Now, this is an organization called the County Veteran Service Office. All they do is help people, veterans, with financial problems. Okay, call them, get them to work. It's a free service, it's personal service, and there's an office in every county. Okay, and then you have your elected official. Now, your elected official, you just don't call one and wait for them to call. Well, it's been 2-3 days. I haven't heard. Well, I'll give them 2 more days. No, they're busy. They probably forgot you. You got lost on the internet or something. You call a bunch more. Commoncause.org is where you could get a whole bunch of listing of all the people who are your elected officials. They are in business to help you. Some of them do, some of them don't. That's human nature. But you want to go to Common, COMMON, cause, CAUSE, one word, then .org. Find your representative. Get that whole list and start dialing for dollars. And see who you can get who's nice. Some are naughty, but some are nice. And they're the ones you want to dig out and see how they could help you, because they're the only person in our society really has power over those big organizations. They have power over the government to get you the money when you can't get it from them. They have power over these big utility companies are regulated by the government when you can't get money from them. So they have more power than anybody else in the world, and they cost you nothing. You're going to hire an attorney or something and charge you $500 to make a phone call? No. They don't even have the same power as these people. So you want to use these people, elected officials. That's what the fat cats do. The millionaires use this. That's how I learned. I was working for millionaires, getting all this stuff. They don't mess around. And see, an elected official, you're a constituent. You're not a fat cat, fine, but you're still a voter, and it's their obligation to help you. Sure, some do, some don't. And of course, we provide personal help, and that's what we do, is show you programs, personal help with letsgohelp.com or letsgohelp2.co if you don't like Facebook, because we have a service on both, and they're really the same. And if you join one, you get them both anyway. It's just for people who don't like Facebook. I'm getting there too. Okay, and you could download mini grant reports on Let's Go Reports. But all those reports are free to Let's Go members. So if you're a member, you get everything I got for $20. Never charge you more. Okay. So have fun and get that bill paid.